Everyone, Pierre Poilievre here at the Saskatchewan Oil and Gas Show with two great friends from the Conservative Caucus. We have Robert Kitchen, who's the local member of Parliament here in southern Saskatchewan, and we have Gerard Deltel, the great member of Parliament from the Quebec City area. And we're here today to celebrate Canada's world-leading energy sector, an energy sector that's been under attack by the Trudeau government. Trudeau, of course, has blocked 3 pipelines that were ready to go when he took office. The 3 companies behind them have all left to head down to Texas with their and our money. So, as I like to say, all our exes are now in Texas. But we're still here in Saskatchewan fighting for pipelines and for an end to the carbon tax so that we can clear the way for more energy projects. And tell us why this matters to the people of southern Saskatchewan and why southern Saskatchewan matters to all Canadians.
This is fantastic. It's a great show that they're putting on here in Weyburn. We have over 2,000 people here for this event to see the great work that they're doing, the innovation that the industry is putting forward, the development of techniques that they're doing to improve the energy industry. And we're seeing that all around, not only here, but also in Alberta and across Canada. And this is not improving not just Canadians, but the world's knowledge of the great work that we do here in the oil industry.
That's right, one of the most environmentally sound and ethical energy industries anywhere in the world is found right here in Canada. We should celebrate rather than destroy that industry. We have here from Quebec, Gerard Deltel, and he just finished giving a rousing speech explaining how Quebecers and Westerners and all Canadians could harness their energy through free and open exchange across the country to make us all better off. Why don't you tell our listeners about that?
For sure, Pierre, because in Quebec, 2 Quebecers on 3 prefer to have Canadian oil instead of foreign oil, which is quite normal because we are Canadian and this is good for our wealth of the country, and also to have this petroleum is by pipeline. And pipeline is the most safety, environmental, and economic way to travel with petroleum. So in Quebec, yes, there is pipeline. 2,000 kilometers of pipeline, and we built a brand new pipeline in 2012 between Lévis, which is that's far away from Quebec City, Lévis and Montreal, nearly 250 kilometers. It's doing so well that nobody talk about it. But this is the reality of Quebec. Yes, there is a lot of people, 2 on 3, who support Canadian petroleum.
And what's the most popular vehicle purchased in Quebec in the last year?
Well, the F-150.
The F-150, the most popular vehicle in Quebec. We would like to see more Western Canadian oil powering those trucks in Quebec. Because Stephen Harper approved the reversal of the Line 9 pipeline, we've now massively increased the amount of Western oil reaching the Quebec market. But imagine if we had a national energy corridor so that we could sell Western oil to Eastern markets, creating jobs for Western oil workers, Eastern refinery workers, and Ontario steel workers. Imagine if we could sell pollution-free Manitoba and Quebec hydro to overcharged Ontario customers. You know, the Quebecers are fighting to get into the American market and selling at bottom dollar, while Ontarians right next door are paying top price for useless and overpriced electricity contracts signed by the previous Liberal government in that province. Imagine an energy corridor for transmission lines, pipelines, and rail lines so that Canadians could sell to each other, so consumers could get lower prices and energy companies could get higher prices right here in Canada. What a plan.
Well, this is a tremendous project that we have, and our leader, Andrew Scheer, the next Prime Minister of Canada, tabled that a few weeks ago, and this is a tremendous project. This is good for national unity, but more than that, this is good for each and every Canadian. This is a win-win situation wherever you live in Canada. If you live in Quebec and you have to send and to sell your hydroelectricity, which is the case because I'm a Quebecer, I will enjoy to see it and to ship it to Ontario and elsewhere when they could use our energy as we could use the Canadian energy from the West. This is a win-win situation. We need that, and only us, the Conservatives, could achieve that.
Andrew Scheer has the plan. Scrap the tanker ban and the No New Pipelines Bill C-69. Ban foreign money from interfering in the approval process for Canadian natural resource projects. Scrap the carbon tax and, where necessary, use Section 92 of the British North American Act, our original Constitution, created by John A. Macdonald and the Founding Fathers, so that allowing the federal government to upload and approve trans-provincial projects at all stages. In other words, for the federal government to push through and clear the way for resource projects that cross provincial boundaries. That's Scheer's plan. In October, we need a Scheer government so that we can get it done. All right, gentlemen, let's get to work.
All right, get her done.
Thank you
Good
for the
job.
invitation.
Yep. Well,
Yeah.
thank you for coming to Weyburn.